I remember I told him, I'm like, oh yeah, and I have a boyfriend. And I could feel he was like,
It registered in my brain, and then my brain was like, don't make a facial reaction. So I was like, hey baby.
hey baby.
My name is Amari. I am 26 years old, and I am a creative consultant and film director.
I am Vero. I'm an energetic healer. I am 33 years old.
We are an open relationship, which means that we are each other's like home base.
We have each other and we're present with each other. We are also open to other people and to be in open love with them as well.
Got a little playlist ready for you. There you go. Very romantic. We met at an event called Ecstatic Dance. I got up on the dance floor. I'm dancing, all of a sudden, my hand like hits another hand. So I was like, yeah, see, she'll know. Yeah, just one of these. I just like felt her energy and I felt her body and I was just like, oh, who is this?
And so we were just kind of just dancing around each other, just like noticing. I was noticing him. And I remember there was just this point when we had our hands together and we brought our hands back down and I was like, boy, is he gonna kiss me right now? Like, now's the time, you can do it. I didn't even know his name. Yeah, he knows that time. I just took a big inhale and I was like, okay, yeah, this is beautiful.
Put my hand out, a little Filipino arm hit it. And we started dancing and then he fell in love with me. And there's nothing I could do about it.
What was your relationship status at that point?
So I was in a relationship. I had a boyfriend that I was seeing, oh my God, for like 4 years. But he had moved to Bulgaria. And so we decided that we were gonna be open. So when I told Amari that, I could feel he was like, okay. And then like continued like, cool.
For other relationships, were you worried about that?
Oh yeah. And she told me that they were like poly, so they were open. But I was doing this balancing act of like, okay, like I'm aware of like our connection and I don't want to interfere with this other person's connection. So like checking in with her a lot, like, are you good? This isn't like some nefarious, like, I'm gonna wake up and there's gonna be a gun pulled to my head kind of shit. I just told them I was like, not trying to interfere, but I was also like,
why are we still being with him?
yeah, I was like, you should have that conversation, you know? Not like I was like, leave him, run away with me.
Yeah, but that was the energy for sure. I was letting him know that I was going to Joshua Tree. He was like, okay, let's go together. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of a big deal. Like we're planning a trip. So I was kind of taken aback, but I was like, okay, yeah, let's just do it. Just the two of us where we were hanging up on this mountain.
We're like on this like hilltop overlooking these plains. It's like sunset's coming down, may or may not have been on mushrooms.
We just looked at each other and we're like, oh, this is love.
It's like, you, like, I mean, like, if you, do you feel, cause and I was like, I love you.
Did you say it back?
Yeah, of course. I think so, I hope so.
I remember like being really surprised because before when we were talking, it was like, I can't fall in love. Don't love me. Don't love me. Don't try to love me because I'm not there. You're so like sad boy. I'm not. I can't love.
An artist. She's had like advances. She's had people interested in her, but she hasn't been like connected with. But there's one person that we both recently allowed into our relationship. That was the first person that Vero had been with since we've been together.
I could say like, I think two, but the person we had sex with her at the same time, so I don't know if that counts. Yeah, and the number's 2. I think it's 2. 2.
Whew. 1. Okay, cool. I've experienced jealousy once in our relationship. Me and my friend were like rap battling, right? Like we were freestyling. I felt like she was giving him a lot of like, damn, that was good. And I was like, hey, what about me? So really the insecurity that I was feeling was just like, oh, she's giving him attention and not me, which doesn't mean that she's doing something wrong.
It's been a lot of self-reflection of, I'm jealous right now if he's talking to another girl, but I wasn't jealous yesterday when he was like with that other girl. So it's less about the relationship and more about me.
I feel like in monogamous relationships that I've been in, I'll only speak for myself, there's a lot of like hiding or a lot of, not even hiding from your partner, but also hiding from yourself. Like, oh, I'm attracted to that person,
Avoiding that feeling.
I won't look at that,
Yeah.
right?
And you're so great about like bringing everything to the forefront. You're like, okay, let's just have it now. So this is what happened. Okay, how do you feel? And I'm like, okay, I met someone. How do you feel? And you're like, okay, fine. And you're like, cool.
You want breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just talk about it.
What I want is, I want family. Maybe twins. Like there's this idea of a wedding, but I see it as like just a love ceremony and even like a retreat.
I just want to be present with her. I feel like that's what love is. If you want to talk about like plans for the future, like that's all great and that's fine. And we can talk about like how I would love to have this person be the mother of my little Amaris. But like to be like constantly focused on that and like trying to build a future that we're not at right now, that we're not here experiencing this, and this is fucking fantastic.
If he goes, sees like another girl, then I actually go in my head of like, oh, maybe he's supposed to be with this person instead. I used to go into that and feel like really heartbroken. And then there's also a part of me where it's like understanding. It's like, okay, well, if that's what like he wants, I like love him so much. I want him to do whatever he wants that is gonna make him happy, even if it's like not with me.
There would be fear of, will I ever find somebody that gives me this feeling of freedom in my spirit again? Maybe like statistically speaking, it's more likely that we just end up going different ways. And I'll look back with massive gratitude. What'd you say, girl?
I was like, oh yeah, I'm heartbroken.
Oh,
You know, and then, but also at the same time, like part of me of like heartbroken, and then like, okay, if that's what you want, like I want you to be happy.
I would be afraid that I wouldn't find somebody who was just like such an energetic fit. I would be sad. And we could grow to a point where our true selves are,
Be different.
yeah,
And
are
then
no
you
longer
just-
aligned, and we'll be like, cool,
Yeah.
that was great. Want to make love one more time, and then
No, none of those things. Cause then that just pulls it together. Been there. Just cut it.
Do you guys believe in soulmates?
yeah, sure, right there. Obviously,